Hi, how are you? I'm good. You? Before we start, I just want to tell you that I'm waiting for you tonight on the stream. We stream here on YouTube every evening after 8:30. I'm waiting for you tonight for fun games and chats. Join us, you'll enjoy it. Like and subscribe to start the epic comments. What's wrong, man? The poor lady was exhausted. It reminds me of when I was in high school. I was just like that too. They woke me up early and I was passed out at my desk, struggling to stay awake while trying to connect telepathically.
Elena, sit up straight.
She thinks she's in parliament? She's fallen asleep on the show before, but she's not sleeping now. She's meditating for the good of the people. She's fighting alongside the creator of heaven and earth. What are you doing, Grandma? That's how you make money while sleeping. Not like us, coming home exhausted after 12 hours of work. It's from Romu, from coffee. It's saving on electricity, 3% battery left. Kids these days. I crave Dubai chocolate, the cravings I had as a child.
Biologico.
Gold, biologico. You don't think pregnant women are watching this video? Wait, we were all afraid to go in for water since we wouldn't be allowed back outside. For me, it was the opposite. I feared going outside because they might not let me back in. I'm joking, I was craving dog food, says Catalina. I used to take the ones under cars. Finding a clean one was like gold. I couldn't reach those in gutters. With the taste of rooftop, better than before when it tasted like exhaust. Am I the only one who tried sand when I was little? I also used to eat snowballs and imagine I was eating cotton candy. We also used to eat bread with water and sugar and imagine it was wafers. For real.
Biologico.
There should be a window here. This car is a scam pulled by a Dutchman on a Romanian. Fortunately, I'm not that Romanian, but just look at what we have under the hood. And even if this doesn't necessarily look like a scam, I'll show you a few more. There was supposed to be a transparent window here. Now it's not transparent, but at least the interior is mostly complete. It's the same thing here. This is a Mercedes MLE or GLE because it's from 2015 and that's exactly the year when the name changed, although the car itself stayed the same. It was bought from the Netherlands, from a trusted dealership, by a guy from our country. But unfortunately, without seeing the car beforehand, he only saw it in pictures. He trusted the seller, who said it only had a problem with the gearbox, because this car was meant to be a project which indeed comes with its own risks.
It was meant to be a project, just a problem with the gearbox. At least the engine doesn't knock.
Take a look at what we have under the hood.
The only problem with the gearbox is that it doesn't have an engine. Give it a command, it's not Chile or Mele, it's FEAM, meaning without an engine. Whoa! The car runs perfectly, you can't even hear the engine. GL ordered from Temu. It has a few small flaws. If you drive like Fred Flintstone, you'll manage with it. At least it pulls really hard. You put in an electric motor and that's it. And a lie is just words. Well, it's not a problem because basically it's still a project, probably just a slightly more complicated one. Good thing it doesn't have a gearbox. It had problems anyway. The gearbox ruined the engine and then it was gone. What fire does he sing with? A song that burns your soul and your speakers, a song that lights the fire. I didn't drink much, come on. Her last song, good advertisement for Panasonic. It works even in fire. What a concert. Just like Michael Jackson.
For the final of the World Cup Winners' Cup. For the final of the World Cup Winners' Cup, if I score there, I will win the World Cup Winners' Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo, minute 89.
I think you won. Disinheritance. Mine risked his life for this clip. Respect. How many World Cups did Sorta win after that shot? Last words. Cristiano Ronaldo, minute 89. What was that sound? He gave, but he also took. Yes. Mine entered the Oval Office at the White House. His mother beat him in overtime.
What do you say? Is this job made for anyone? Can anyone do it?
Not everyone can do it, for two reasons. If you don't like this job, there's no point in getting into it.
Lord, how lucky he is. The car is one thing, but nobody saw the one who fell.
Anyone from two problems.
It's tough to move from rough terrain to the steering wheel, especially without Vidia tires, and the area between the steering wheel and seat broke. Did you figure out who are the ones with BMWs always in the ditches? They're the ones who drove these before they had a BMW. That one used to run to catch the trailer.
Two problems.
Skill issue. If the boy in the back hadn't fallen, he would have caught him. The problem is with the seat, and then you find it on OLX, it's in perfect condition.
It was bought from the Netherlands from a trusted dealership by a guy from our country. But unfortunately, without seeing the car beforehand,
I got this outfit from Fashion Days and also have a jacket. Let me show you, dear friends. Let me show you, dear friends. Let me show you, dear friends.
Supra Max joints he considered greedy but cancelled. He pressed shift. Bro, he thinks he's Lester. Fuego mod. Our dictator's joints can't hold up anymore. Love you, Shelly, you look like the old man from Snagoff. BMW X Drive, winter on snow when starting off.
I also have a jacket. Let me show it to you.
The dependence on glasses, I can see now how much it changes your life.
This video is a more serious one, in which I will talk to you about my dependence on glasses. It all started in high school, when my group of friends made me buy a pair of sunglasses. I was just a kid then, no one had told me. I remember that with the money I got for my coming-of-age party, I secretly bought my first pair of prescription glasses. And just like that, from 0.25 to 0.25, I ended up using 2 pairs a day now. It's tough. I tried to quit. I tried with contact lenses, but with contact lenses you can't look like this. My girlfriend tells me that I'm much more irritable, much more nervous when I'm not wearing glasses. It's a very serious illness, and I think it's very serious that it's so normalized. I see people addicted to glasses everywhere on the street. Help.
Luckily, I minded my own business. I saw people handing out flyers advertising glasses at the mall. Where are the authorities? Why isn't the anti-drug agency involved? I can't imagine life without them. I have a friend who even sleeps in them. Without them, he dreams in a fog. It's sad what's happening. It's been 2 years since I got rid of this addiction. I can say that I'm clean and I'm proud of it. But it's very hard, especially when there are a lot of people on the street or someone calls out to you from a distance. I tried to quit too, but the police didn't understand when I explained to them why I drove into the pedestrians. Good evening, I'm Dragos and I'm addicted to glasses. Without them, I can't see and get irritable.
Oh yes, I knew I wasn't lucky. Ever since I was little, I would throw myself into the fire.
Last desk, Lipia for inspection. When the homeroom teacher told me I had to know her subject to eat it like bread. Why didn't you write the entire class? Ma'am, I wrote, but I got hungry. Last desk, Lipia and inspection pad. When she asks me if I know the exercises and I tell her, I eat them, mom, I ate them.
Homework.
How does the phone know what time it is? How does the pill know where it hurts? Why is it called rye bread if I'm the one who has to bring it home? If that guy from Squid Game, the one who gave out invitations to the game, died, then who will give out the invitations? Well, if it's a smartphone, how does Uncle Nelu know that I don't want to pay him back anymore? Why do you always lose your bets by 1 goal? How does Night Cream know it's for nighttime?
Today we're going to talk about 4 mistakes men make in the bedroom. Mistake number 1 would be not giving any foreplay. A woman always needs foreplay, some warming up, so a woman has a different arousal and preparation time, and that's why you need to offer foreplay. Mistake number 2 would be that men attack the clitoris. So they want to give oral and they include that in foreplay, yes, like that's the only foreplay, and they attack the clitoris. No guys, start nicely from the top, yes, and go down slowly, not directly on the clitoris. Boom, boom, boom. Many might not even know where it is and just fumble around. That's not okay. Mistake number 3 would be that they simply don't talk in bed. Many men are silent. It's like they have no words left and just try to perform the act there, and the woman feels really bad. Because you don't give any kind of feedback, you don't say anything. That's a big mistake. And mistake number 4 would be not offering aftercare. Meaning after the act itself is over. There's this stereotype that men just turn to the other side and sleep, but many don't take the time to hold their partner to stay with her for a bit. So it's very important. Do these things, change them somehow, and you'll see that your sex life will improve. Kisses.
Well, if I talk to her, the little ones wake up and then we all end up talking. The Constitutional Court has cancelled foreplay.
Straight to the clitoris, boom, 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 attack the clitoris.
Communication is very important. I agree with you, Marius, and grammar is just as important.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, for those who said Opal was going to die, how many days do you think it has left? Because I don't think it's normal for it to sound like this. If you know why it sounds like this, please help me out, seriously, because I have no idea. Here I am driving around with my Opal and the poor thing is about to die.
That's what Grandpa used to do too, God rest his soul. The cassette player and speakers have an issue. You turn up the music but can't hear it. Advice from a former Opal owner. No kidding. If it's from the belt, put some solid deodorant on it, like Lady Spid Stick, but I can't really tell, it sounds worse on the recording. Deodorant for the car. I'm seeing this video before I get my Opel. Thanks. Andrea. It's cold. She caught a cold. Cartoons your child shouldn't watch. And why? Masha and the Bear? Masha ignores boundaries and causes chaos which kids imitate without understanding the irony. These cartoons expose children to aggressive behavior, gradually reducing their respect for rules and healthy boundaries, because in their minds what she does is absolutely normal. Paw Patrol's chief makes all decisions and the puppies just follow orders. There is no room for critical thinking or taking initiative, children become passive spectators and don't learn to make decisions. YouTube Kids. Even though it seems safe, YouTube Kids has videos with very bizarre, scary and inappropriate content. It exposes children to rapid, shallow content that lowers concentration and makes them constantly crave dopamine from screens. Hello Addiction Cocomelon. The scenes, just like in the other cartoons mentioned, change every 2 or 3 seconds. The music has a constant rhythm, forcing the child's brain to be hyperactive. This overstimulation limits a child's independent play and increases reliance on video content, because a child's mind becomes accustomed to an abnormal level of stimulation. Blippi's Adventures. Blippi is a character with exaggerated reactions, and this overstimulates the visual and auditory cortex, leading to the repetition and imitation of gestures. Because a child sees him as an adult figure, and what he does or says must be okay, like Tom and Jerry. Cartoons feature extreme aggression, teaching children that violence is funny and without real consequences. It reduces empathy and the proper understanding of relationships and respect. Pyjamasks Heroes of the Night. I'm curious what you have to say about Ed, Ed and Eddie, Cow and Chicken, or Courage the Cowardly Dog. I recommend watching Happy Tree Friends, Little Animals in the Woods, very child friendly. We, the ones who watch Tom and Jerry, are writing to you from prison. Mine watches the Pro TV news from 5 o'clock, from 6 o'clock. Even worse, it's best to put the child in front of a white wall and let him imagine some cartoons that meet the standards. Or can we find alternatives? Thank God in 2025 there are hundreds of them. And Anna, the creator, also made a video with drawings which she recommends. I'll show them to you at the end. I said the cartoons are bad for the child, but no one believes me. That's why I unlocked the adult channels. I only let my child watch television when it's off. I want to keep him safe. The best way is to keep the television safe. We can take him outside, but it's kind of dangerous. I grew up with soap operas, because that's what grandma used to watch. And now let me show you the cartoons your child should be watching and why. Sea of Love teaches about emotions and especially relationships. It promotes friendship, acceptance, and mutual support. It develops social intelligence and helps children recognize and express emotions in a healthy way. Stillwater introduces mindfulness and emotional intelligence. Why are they good? They give children tools to understand their emotions and to calm themselves in stressful moments. They help with emotional regulation and the development of empathy. I think they're called Puff and Rock. They teach about emotions and especially about relationships. They promote friendship, acceptance, and mutual support. They promote friendship, acceptance, and mutual support. They develop social intelligence and help children recognize and express emotions in a healthy way. Little Bear. It encourages independence and free play, inspires children to use their imagination and explore nature, and stimulates independent play, which helps develop autonomy. Llama Llama shows children that strong emotions are normal and teaches them how to handle them. It increases emotional security and helps them develop a secure attachment to their parents. Trash Truck, exploration and unlimited imagination. It helps children develop their imagination and understand the real world through play. It increases curiosity and creativity, encouraging children to explore and imagine real-life scenarios. Guess how much I love you. Emotional safety and connection. This cartoon encourages unconditional love, emotional security, and strengthens the parent-child bond. It helps children understand and express their emotions, gives them a sense of safety and emotional stability, and teaches them about love, connection, and empathy. I'm curious about your opinions and what you think about this. I think she has some good advice. Now, I don't know if kids really understand necessarily. We also watch Tom and Jerry and we're pretty okay, thank God. But maybe we'd have done even better with some higher quality cartoons, right? Your opinion in the comments, because I'm curious. Let's move on. You tagged me in this Facebook post where we have this picture with Roxana and Lucica. You have a grown-up son, ma'am. May he live long. Who's laughing at whom? Did you get him from a surprise snack? She uses it like a tampon. That's what 093 Pistons versus 5863 from Aufrecht Melcher Grossasbach looks like. Or maybe the distinguished lady lost her toy. Lucian makes all cars look big, it's the best. May your kid live long and be healthy. How big Roxana's little boy has grown. Time passes so quickly. Lucian, basically you're her other half. Greetings to you, all the best. You'd think it's armpit hair. Nice, the umbrella. He tucks it under his arm and runs off with it. Where do you get your clothes? I'm looking for some clothes for the carnival too. Lucica, are you in for the marsupial? Subscribe if you haven't already, give a like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you tonight on the stream. It should pop up somewhere here on the screen. It's scheduled. I don't know what we're doing tonight. Maybe play, chat, or watch something. Just join the stream to find out. I'll wait for you. See you next Sunday with a new episode. Bye.